if I didn't just try to take out the camera, I think Hydrox might have rubbed up against my legs.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:27 p.m. I just got home, and Hydrox was waiting on the patio for me, and he was meowing. And I was talking to him outside for a little while. Then I just came inside, and I'm gonna put some food together for him. His food bowl is empty, and when I say that, I mean the food bowl that I gave him, like the tuna on this morning. I'm gonna give him the other half of the can of tuna. And watch this. So here's Boo. I'm gonna touch the door handle. Wow. Okay, that's the first time Boo has not run. Boo's smelling him. And there's Hydrox. Hydrox walked off. Hydrox has no desire to come in the house. Although he likes sitting on this little back porch area, or on the doormat or close to the door, he has absolutely no desire to come in, because when I open the door like this, he walks away. And if he wanted to come in, he would obviously stick around and or try to come in like Stella did. So yeah, that's the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is we've been through this with Stella and the kittens. We've been through this with Boo. And, you know, at the point that Hydrox is now, he does not want to come in. He's just warming up to the back door, which is huge progress for Hydrox, because this is the first time in as many years as I've been living here, let's say more than 5 years, that Hydrox has come this close to a back door. Does not mean he wants to come in the house. It just means that he's opening up to the idea of people not being so bad. So right now, Hydrox is just hanging out there. And I'm gonna go put some food together for him. It is 8:34 p.m. and I want to give a shout out to Clyde S. For his super chats today. He did two $50 super chats. Thank you so much, Clyde, for those very generous donations. The cats really appreciate your help with buying them supplies. And I also want to give a shout out to Lisa Havocost for the $10 donation via Streamlabs. Thank you so much, Lisa. When someone donates via Streamlabs, I receive 100% of the donation. For Super Chats, I only receive 60% of the donation, and YouTube keeps 40%. So for like a $100 donation, which I totally appreciate, YouTube takes $40 of that. So thank you guys so much for the support. Hello, Hydrox. Would you like to eat? Here's Hydrox. I'm giving him half of a can of Trader Joe's tuna with a bunch of water in it. I put a bunch of warm water in it, and I also gave him herbs. And there's Hydrox. He's just waiting patiently. Okay, I'll go inside, okay? Hydrox just went over to his food to eat, and he should enjoy that. I hope he eats everything. If he eats it all, it'll be really good for him. I put the healing herbs in there, and those will help anything that's going on with his system. The way the herbs work is that they work on his lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is all of the fluid in his body. It is basically his immune system. There are two fluids in the body. There's blood and there's lymph. Blood makes up 20% of the fluid in the body. The lymphatic fluid, lymph, makes up 80% of the fluid in the body. Blood feeds the cells. The lymph cleans the cells. And if the lymph is not working correctly, and if the cells are not being cleaned correctly, then that's when problems arise. Because when the lymph is stagnant, then all of the toxins and the acids just sit there and they eat away at the tissues, and that is what causes ulcerations, and that is what causes damaged cells, and that is what leads to tumors. So as long as you can keep the lymphatic system healthy, you can keep your entire body healthy. It's about 9:30 p.m. and I just got home. I've been away for about 24 hours, and I swear, if I didn't just try to take out the camera, I think Hydrox might have rubbed up against my legs. But he saw me reach into my pocket to get the camera, then he backed away. Oh my gosh. Okay, Hydrox, I'll give you some food. I have to finish unloading the car, okay? It's raining out, so I just gave Hydrox half a can of the Trader Joe's Ocean Whitefish dinner with a bunch of water. I kind of watered it down, and I put herbs in there for him. And today, I did something to my shoulder. I feel like I dislocated it, and then I heard it like pop back in, so my left shoulder like hurts when I move it in certain directions, and I don't have like the range of motion that I should have in it. So I'm not happy about that, and I definitely have to give it a rest and try to heal that up. It's okay, Hydrox, eat your food. Eat your food. I'm gonna go inside, and I don't want to spook him. Alright, it is 10 p.m. and I'm curious to see what happened with the automatic feeders because this is the first time I ever put any of the homemade raw food in the automatic feeder. And I could see like little pieces of homemade raw food on the ground here. So this would have been their dinner tonight, which would have been crunchies and freeze-dried raw. And then whatever's here would have been the breakfast, which would have been the homemade raw with crunchies and freeze-dried nuggets. So let's see what's going on. And there we have it. Boo ate it. That was a success. I just unprogrammed the feeder and I'm gonna wash this and then I'm gonna go downstairs and see what happened with the other feeders. And here is what is going on downstairs. We can see that the dinner dispensed for all the cats and only one was fully eaten. There's still a whole bunch of crunchies and freeze-dried bites in the dispenser on the right. And there's maybe like 1/4 or 1/3 of the meal in the feeder on the left. And here comes Boo. What's he gonna do? He's gonna eat it. Well, what I want to do with these feeders is open them up and see who ate their breakfast. This would have been the breakfast and it is completely eaten. That would have been the breakfast, is completely eaten. And that would have been the breakfast and that was completely eaten. So I am going to wash these out and I'm going to remove the crunchies and stuff and I'm going to put that away. They could maybe eat that later or we'll do crunchy time in a little bit. It is 9:45 a.m. and before I feed the cats, I want to document what happened last night. So I went to bed and I got a few hours of sleep and then I woke up to the sound of some kind of beeping noise. It was like beep, beep, beep. Then it stopped for a beat. Then it was like beep, 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 beep. And it was fairly loud. Like I could clearly hear it from where I was sleeping. And it was just not stopping. Because it was consistent and cyclical, it was obviously from some kind of machine. Now, it was also raining really badly last night. It was like a rainstorm. So I thought, well, maybe it had something to do with that. So I got up, I got out of bed, and I walked around the house thinking, could it be something in the house? It was nothing in the house because the minute I left my bedroom, I didn't hear it anymore. So it was something coming from outside of the house on that side of the house. So I tried going back to sleep and that didn't work. So I got up and I moved into the living room and I got a blanket and a pillow and I slept on the couch. And it took me a while to fall asleep because Simba was chasing some kind of toy like under the couch and then he was trying to get it out and then he was climbing on the pillows of the couch trying to go behind the couch. It was like a thing. And then him and Splashy were running around the room. Finally, I eventually fell asleep from like exhaustion. And then I woke up this morning. And what I noticed this morning is that Splash is being friendlier to me than he normally is. Like he let me pet him in the living room. Then when I was in the bathroom, he came up and he was like rubbing against the door frame, which he never, ever, ever does. And then I just came downstairs to give the cats food. He let me pet him again. So I'm thinking the fact that I was sleeping in the living room, which is like his territory, is making him friendlier to me, which I think would be an interesting experiment. Like if I spent more nights sleeping in that room, because he doesn't like coming in the bedroom when I'm sleeping in the bedroom. Sometimes he will and he'll run under the bed, but for the most part, he'll just stay like in the doorway. He doesn't really come in much. But I was like in his territory, which is the living room at night, and maybe he, maybe it like, had some kind of effect on him psychologically or something. Stella, are you ready to eat? Do you want some food? Are you hungry? You hungry? Okay. For breakfast, the cats have homemade raw food, mixed in with some of the Primal raw rabbit nuggets. It's basically like half of a raw rabbit nugget and 1 scoop of the homemade raw per cat. And here's Boo. Now, Boo would not eat until I put one of these on top of his food. This is the Instinct Raw Boost Mixers. They're little freeze-dried chicken bites, and what I have to do is I have to take one of these, crush it up between my fingers, and sprinkle it on top of his food like you would sprinkle grated cheese. Right now it's about 10:30 a.m. and here's Hydrox. I put some food out for him today. I gave him half of a can of Trader Joe's Ocean Whitefish dinner. I know I have that name wrong. It's something like that. With some water, and then I put some crushed up freeze-dried chicken bites in it and put some herbs in there. Hydrox has not been meowing at me this morning. He's just been hanging out here by the house. He had a little bit of the food, but then he came back here to hang out. I think he's already eaten this morning. And yeah, it's nice and warm today. It's like, if it wasn't raining, it would be an absolutely beautiful day. But it is wet out, so that's the worst thing. Everything is like really muddy because it was raining overnight. But it's really warm. Like, I am outside now in like a shirt and a cardigan, and I'm totally comfortable. So I got some stuff done out here that I've been needing to get done. But it's supposed to rain the rest of the day. But Hydrox does have this dry area along the house to hang out in. He has the alcove under the house to hang out in. He has cat shelters to hang out in. He has several to choose from. To me, he looks like a very healthy cat right now. He might be having some issues with his mouth, but to me, everything seems to be managed. And sometimes with feral cats, this is the most we could do. Sometimes the most we could do is manage things. And the only thing we can do is manage them to the best of our ability based on finances and schedule. Not all of us can just drop everything and spend days tending to a feral cat. That's not a reality, especially around the holiday times. So how you doing, Hydrox? Would you like to say something to your viewers? Want to talk to your fans? Give them a message right now. Okay, did you get that message? Because it's starting to rain harder and I'm going to go inside and I want him to go somewhere where he's not getting rained on. But I hope you got the message. It is 9:05 p.m. right now and I just got home. Let me show you how the cats play with the laser pointer when they're hungry. This is how the cats play with the laser pointer when they're hungry. They really don't care about the laser pointer when they're hungry. I just gave the cats their dinner. They're each getting 1 scoop of the homemade raw food, and they're getting half of a Primal raw rabbit nugget for dogs. So Stella and Splash eat on the platter. They eat the food right away. Boo likes to eat on a plate on the steps. I don't know why. And he will not eat the food unless I take one of those freeze-dried chicken bites and squish it up on top. So it makes like a powder, and I put the powder on top, then he eats it. And Simba wants to be like Boo. So Simba now has to eat on a separate plate, and he has to have the same freeze-dried chicken bite squashed up on top. Then he eats his food. I guess he figures if Boo gets something, he wants the same thing Boo gets. And then these two like their food plain, and they will gladly eat off the same platter. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.